The TheDuelLogs Q and A number 5. I'm gonna try my best to make these a lot shorter, since the last one was 30 minutes long, and I used to doing these on my other channel for like over an hour. So let's just go straight into the questions. Questions from the last one that I released like 2 months ago. Would you like to make some Duel Links related videos? I know you have plenty of other things to focus on, but it would be nice to watch your plays there. Duel Links videos, no, I have no plans to do that. I've heard that they might be coming out for Steam or something, which means I would actually be able to record footage of it. And I think the best thing I'd probably do with it is maybe like stream it. I can't really see myself making videos on it though. I already don't have enough time to make regular Yu-Gi-Oh videos, so I'm not going to add Duel Links videos on top of it. Even though I do enjoy Duel Links and its different, whatchamacallit, metagame. Next question. Make a rank 4 train deck complete with Steamroid and Expressroid just to piss off rank 10. Haven't I done that already? Now that I think about it, I remember I read this question, I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. And then, upon further thought, I think I've probably already done that. A trains deck that uses rank 4 ones, especially Steamroid and Expressroid. Remember correctly, you didn't do half bad. Next question. While you're updating your video description with new deck repo link, there's something else I've noticed. You credit DevPro, but as far as I can tell from things like the presence of beta cards in the background, you're in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Percy right now, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Percy, is that what it's called? I just have it called Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Actually, I kind of forgot what the question was already. Why do I have it set as DevPro? I probably changed it since the last Q&A after reading that comment. I used to do a lot of my videos on DevPro, and then I switched to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro when DevPro like broke down for like the millionth time, because every time they updated it, it would break. And I kind of just decided to stick with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, even though I didn't like it as much, and now I'm just kind of used to it. And I just probably hadn't changed the video description since someone else right here mentions most likely because he used DevPro for the longest time, and until it started failing for him and he moved to Percy. But like many YouTubers, never changed his description. Yep, that's a good way to describe why I had DevPro in the description. It might even still say DevPro now. Video description is just not that important. That's why a lot of them just... You can also set a template that will be uploaded automatically whenever you upload a new video, so you don't have to constantly copy and paste everything yourself. It's just set automatically. And that's why a lot of the video descriptions are like the same on channels who upload very consistently, or even those who don't. Because also it's like a very well-known thing, just being a YouTuber, that people don't read the video description. So it's not that important. But yeah, I play on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro now. I don't really touch DevPro anymore. Next question. Fun little tech I found out about. Instant Fusion plus Invoked Raijin. Then Raijin Flip Effect to not Seppuku from Instant Fusion. Thought I'd share. 1,000 life points for 22-24, and once it goes back to your turn, flip stuff over once every turn. Nice combo. Also, Dropbox update. Okay, so the Invoked monster, who's a wind type, who has the Spell Speed 2 effect of basically a Book of the Moon, you can prevent the instant fusion destruction effect if he uses effect on himself, is what I'm getting from this. That is nice to know. I didn't know it worked. I also didn't know he was level 5 or lower. I'll have to try that out. And Dropbox update, I'll do that whenever I feel like it. It's a pain in the ass. I have to go into Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and right-click on it, and then go to open file location, and then I have to go to the decks, and then I have to hit Control-A and then Control-C to copy, and then open up Dropbox. You know, I have to copy and paste the files. That takes a long time. It's just not something I can do all the time. So, next question. Hope your conditions get better, by the way. Sucks having chronic conditions. Oh, that's just an add-on to the other one. Yeah, I hope my chronic conditions get better, too. I have a wrap around my chest right now because it was hurting. To put some cold stuff on it, a cold pack. Next question, do you have any goals for YouTube this year? And do you have any hobbies except Yu-Gi-Oh! Or games? Love the channel. Keep up the great videos. P.S. Hope you get well. Goals for YouTube this year? That's a kind of specific question. No, not really. I guess I can think of one. Maybe get out that rescue cat video sometime this year, since I've been working on it like very casually on and off for the past year, but things just keep coming up. Things just keep going wrong that just stop me from being able to do that, because that's like a side project I can do for fun. And I really want to get that done, but I also have to keep just making regular videos and not get behind, because videos is how I make my money. And do you have any hobbies except Yu-Gi-Oh! Or games? What hobbies do I have that don't involve card games or video games? I guess watching anime and reading manga, that counts, right? I also read books sometimes. And off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else besides just being a huge anime fan and manga. Coincidentally, I just finished up Hajime no Ippo, or I just finished catching up to it last night. It was like 1,150 chapters or something like that. I've never read a manga with over 1,000 chapters before. And that took me about a month or two to get through, because every night at 12 o'clock I have it set where I just stop work and then I'll read for like the next hour and a half to 2 hours, because I have to not play video games before I go to bed, otherwise I might dream about them, and those are never fun dreams. It's very annoying and pisses me off if I ever dream about a video game. Next question, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro doesn't update for link summoning, would you use a new program for future videos? If so, could you tell us which? I'm pretty sure there's already a program out that has link summoning. I just don't like links, so I'm going to hold off on using them for as long as I can. Next question, DuelLogs. What Yu-Gi tubers do you like to watch? Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! He's like just one of my favorite YouTubers in general. Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. Regardless. And then I guess Lithium 2400. I think that's the number behind his name. Those are like the only two I actually really watch. Since I don't really like Cap G's clickbait, I kind of stopped watching those. And instead, I'm subscribed to him. Whenever I see him make a new video, I was like, oh, time to go check out the duel information, or whatever that one website is that has the real news on it. And then I just read the cards there. Or just on Rank 10's Discord, people are more than happy to share new cards that come out immediately there as well. Next question. What's your top 4 favorite archetypes in the game? I'm hesitant between DD, Double D, and Cyber Dragons because they are very versatile in teaching specific game mechanics. 2. What do you think of link summoning? Total garbo or interesting mechanic to slow the game down? 3. Do you interact with other Yu-Gi tubers? If so, on what kind of subject? Specific cards, ban lists, archetypes, etc. But if not, why? 4. Favorite music? Okay, so that's a couple of questions at once. First question, what are your top 4 favorite archetypes? There's the Law of the Normal archetype of level 1 normal monsters. I always have a soft spot for that. And then there's Froggy Monarchs, which is basically 2 archetypes, but I like both of them. I'll just combine them together. And then Fortune Ladies, because those are fun. And I'm trying to think, what is a 4th one? I don't really care for archetypes as much anymore, since I play so many different ones. Let me look up this list right here. I have like this list of decks I can use if I need to make a gimmick deck and I can't really think of a way to get it to work. I'll like get this list of like template decks that can be splashed in with pretty much any kind of deck and won't completely overwhelm the mechanic and just carry the gimmick. So right here I have Wind Witch, to be used with synchro decks. Oh, yeah. I do like Wind Witches. Those are pretty fun. They'll have great artwork. Fire and Ice Hands. They work in any deck. That sounds about right. Trap Tricks. They work in any deck. Yep. Artifact. They work in any deck. Yep. Mirror Force cards. Yeah, they work in any deck. I have like a very specific... Like a year or two ago, I made a deck called like Mirror Force XTR, and it worked very well. So sometimes I literally just take that deck and I'll just use it with a different gimmick. Since that deck was all around, revolved around trap cards, and it works very well with gimmicky decks. Invoked, that works best with light type decks. Predaplants with dark decks. Necros with any ritual deck. Machina and M Cyber and Dragon with machine decks. Magician Pendulum with high level special summons. And Phantasm Spirals with normal monsters. So Wind Witches, that's the fourth one. I like Wind Witches. Okay, what was the next part of the question? What do you think of Link summoning? Link summoning sucks. Do you think it's an interesting game mechanic or slows the game down? I'm not a fan of how it completely changes the game. I'm fine with them adding mechanics. I'm not fine with them taking away stuff in order to add something new. That's what I don't like about Links. I'd be fine if they just added the extra monster zone and, you know, had the Link mechanic like normal, and maybe like if they pointed to them, they got a bonus. But I don't like how they changed it where you can only special summon monsters in the extra deck to those zones. And how they have to also change the pendulum zone at once. But to be fair, the pendulum change I do like. Pendulums are already kind of ridiculous with having 7 spell and trap cards out in the field. Putting them into the spell and trap card zone, I think, was a good choice. But I don't like Links. So that's why I try not to use them. Next question. Do you interact with any other Yu-Gi tubers? If so, on what kind of subject? Specific cards, ban lists, archetypes, etc.? Not really. I'm in Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh's Discord server because I support them on Patreon, and you can only get access to it through Patreon, I think. Just because I like to support smaller YouTubers who I like through Patreon with like $1 to $3. And even then, I mainly talk to his fans more than him. Or I've talked to him a couple times on Twitter. But other than him, I haven't really talked to any other ones. I know Lithium came into a stream once or twice when I used to do those more often. I try to do another one like this week. I might see if I can try to get more in. Whenever I do streams, I just duel against fans. So those are fun to see what kind of decks they have. Because you see, I have a gimmicky deck channel, and sometimes my fans have really good gimmicky decks that they use on me. And sometimes they just use really good meta decks and destroy me. But, you know, whatever. Part of the magic behind a gimmick deck channel is you don't see all the losses, only the wins. Unless the loss was kind of close. And I think one of the reasons I don't interact with other Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers very much is because I'm not really like a full-time Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber. I'm a full-time WoW YouTuber who just happens to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos on the side. And my Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel just happens to do decently well for itself. It has like 20,000 subs now, which isn't half bad for a channel I just do on the side. That could also be another reason for that. And was that the last question of this? But if not, why? I think I answered that. And last part of this question, favorite music? Hatsune Miku. Next question, duel me on Duel Nexus. My name is Rainbow Dragon. This is spelled in all caps, so I had to read it like that. I don't know what Duel Nexus is. Next question. I'm excited for your Rescue Rabbit video. I wanted more info, but now I'm riding the hype train. This was 2 months ago, and I still haven't worked on it. I'll render out like the first 5 seconds that I created of it, and I'll just put it in this video if I remember. Okay, I'm almost done with the questions. Second to last question. For the next Q&A, I was curious if you've seen Madoka Rebellion yet. I thought it was a pretty good sequel to the TV series, and it's on Netflix if you want to see it. Have I seen Madoka Magica Rebellion? Yes. Of course I have. I should probably tell you guys I'm a huge anime and manga fan. So I know about pretty much all of the mainstream shit. And I don't know, I have a really long watch list. I don't know why I'm bragging about that. Yeah, I've seen Rebellion. It's great. I love Madoka Magica. It's one of my favorites. You think it was a pretty good sequel to the TV series? Well, yeah, it's like a continuation. It's a movie that continues on of the anime, and it completely changes the ending, but in a very interesting way. Madoka Magica is very well written. I'd recommend it. But you have to watch it until episode 3, otherwise you just won't get it. Last question. Congrats to 20,000 subs on TheDuelLogs. Why, thank you. I never thought I'd get 20,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm still surprised that it gets views, or any kinds of subs, to be honest, because I don't take it seriously. If I combined the subscribers of like all of my channels, I have about 130,000 subscribers total, if I were to count them all, because I know my main channel, no, it's more than that, because my main channel has like 110,000, and my TheDuelLogs channel has 20,000, or like 21,000 now, I think. And then if I add all my other like random channels, I could probably just round that up to about another 5,000. So about 135,000 subscribers total, give or take. But yeah, 20,000 TheDuelLogs, that's still pretty good. It's my second most popular channel, that's for sure. Okay, and I think that's it for this Q&A video. I want these to be a lot shorter. That way I don't have to spend so long rendering them out. If you have any questions for the next TheDuelLogs Q and A, which I'll make like in another month or so, just leave comments on the video. That's where I get all the questions. I just read through the comments and I pick out the ones I like.